Picture this, it's July 2026, the World Cup final. The world holds its breath as a 39-year-old Lionel Messi steps onto the pitch. It sounds like a scene from a movie, right? But what if it actually happened? What if Messi, against all odds, leads Argentina to another World Cup victory? Today, we're diving deep into that unbelievable scenario. What would it mean for football, for his legacy, and for the millions of fans who have followed his every move? First, let's set the stage. By 2026, Messi will be pushing 40. For most players, that's retirement age. They're usually commentating from a studio or managing a team. But Messi isn't most players. We've seen him adapt his game brilliantly over the years. He went from being a lightning-fast winger to a master playmaker, dictating the tempo of the game from a deeper position. To even be on the 2026 squad, he'd have to reinvent himself yet again. Imagine a Messi who plays even smarter, not harder. He wouldn't be making those lung-busting runs he did in his 20s. Instead, he'd be the strategic heart of the team. Think of him as the ultimate quarterback, spraying passes with pinpoint accuracy, drawing defenders out of position, and creating space for younger, faster players like Julian, Alvarez, or Alejandro Garnacho. His presence alone on the field would be a massive psychological boost for Argentina and a terrifying prospect for any opponent. He'd be the coach on the field, his experience invaluable in the high-pressure moments of a World Cup. So, how would Argentina even get to the final? The journey would be a saga in itself. They wouldn't be the outright favorites. Teams like France, with their endless conveyor belt of young talent, or a Ray-energized Brazil, would likely be tipped for glory. Argentina's path would be filled with drama. They'd probably have to scrape through some tough games, maybe win a penalty shootout or two. Every match would be billed as Messi's last dance. For real this time, the global media frenzy would be off the charts, far exceeding what we saw in Qatar. Each goal, each assist from Messi would be replayed a million times. Commentators would run out of superlatives. His role might be more limited. Maybe he comes on as a super sub in the 60th minute to change the game, or maybe he starts and orchestrates the play for an hour before making way. Either way, his every touch would be a moment of pure magic and suspense. The narrative would be irresistible, the old king, leading his young knights into one final, impossible battle. Now, let's get to the final itself. The tension would be unbearable. Whether it's against a powerhouse like France or a surprise finalist, the story is all about Messi. Could he do it again? The final whistle blows. Argentina has won. Lionel Messi is a two-time World Cup champion. What happens next is a global explosion of emotion. First, the immediate aftermath. You'd see scenes of pure, unadulterated joy. Messi lifting that trophy for a second time, a look of serene accomplishment on his face. Not the desperate relief of 2022, but the peaceful joy of a man who has conquered his sport not once, but twice on the world's biggest stage. His teammates would be carrying him on their shoulders, a mirror of the iconic scenes with Maradona in '86 and himself in '22, but this time with a legendary weight to it. In Argentina, the country would simply shut down. If you thought the celebrations in 2022 were massive, this would be on another level. It would be a national holiday declared on the spot. Buenos Aires would become a sea of blue and white for weeks. This victory wouldn't just be about football. It would be a symbol of resilience, of defying age, of achieving the impossible. For a nation that reveres its footballing heroes, Messi would ascend to a status beyond a god. He would become a living myth. Now, let's talk about the big one, his legacy, the GOAT debate. For many, Messi winning in 2022 already settled it. But there are always doubters. There are Pele fans who point to his 3 World Cups. Winning a World Cup is the pinnacle. Winning 2, 16 years apart, as the undisputed leader of the team in both campaigns? That's a different stratosphere. It would be a statistical and narrative knockout. He would have every major trophy imaginable, multiple times over. His longevity would be compared not just to other footballers, but to icons in other sports like Tom Brady or Michael Jordan. He would have definitively conquered both the European club scene and the international stage, not just once, but in 2 separate eras of his career. The impact on the sport of football would be profound. It would redefine what's possible for an aging athlete. It would inspire a whole new generation of players, showing them that intelligence and technique can triumph over pure physical prowess even at the highest level. We would see a shift in how older, experienced players are valued. Clubs might be more willing to build their teams around a veteran playmaker, realizing the immense value of their experience and vision. The commercial and cultural impact would be staggering. Messi is already a global icon, but this would cement him as one of the most significant cultural figures of the 21st century. Documentaries would be made, books would be written, statues would be built. The 2026 World Cup would forever be known as the Messi World Cup, even more so than 2022. The shirts from that tournament, the footage, the stories, they would all become priceless artifacts of sporting history. What would Messi do after that? He would surely retire from international football, and probably from the sport altogether. Right at the summit, there would be nothing left to prove, nothing left to win. He could walk away knowing he completed football twice. His retirement would be a global event, a moment of reflection and celebration for the entire football world. He would have given us 2 decades of magic, and he would leave with the most perfect fairy tale ending ever written. So, is it likely? Honestly, no, the odds are stacked against him. Age, the rise of new talent, the sheer difficulty of winning a World Cup, it's a long shot. But that's what makes the thought so exciting. Football is a sport of dreams. And the dream of a 39-year-old Lionel Messi lifting the World Cup for a second time is perhaps the most beautiful dream of all. It would be a testament to his genius, his dedication, and his love for the game. It would be the final, definitive chapter in the story of the greatest player to ever grace a football pitch. What do you guys think? Could Messi actually pull this off? What would it mean to you to see him win another World Cup? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to read what you all have to say about this. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into what could be, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. See you in the next one.